Obviously we had entertaining moments. You had the cameraman picking up the golf ball and putting it back down, which created drama. And then afterwards he ran into a fence, and it's like, dude, I think that was the fourth day, and it's like it got kind of crazy. But just good golf all around. Got good trash talk, and the Wesley, the Bryan brothers, always entertaining. Always loved them. A John Gruden speech on day 2 had me looking around for a wall to run through. I mean, there's a reason why he's a Hall of Fame coach, one of the greatest coaches.
Grant, what about you and Gruden? He can play.
I don't know who that is.
You got to start watching some football.
Great motivational speaker. I know everyone on Luke Kwon's team was pissed off and mad, but after that Gruden speech, they didn't care. It's like about getting the victory. Let's go get the win. And unfortunately, his team did not get through, and he got eliminated. Probably the next major controversy or high event or low event was, I would say, after day 4, Bubby and his partner Frankie won their team the point that they needed in order for the team to advance. And so Dave gave them the option to replay the hole for $500,000 or $250,000. I can't remember which one. I think it was still a lot of money. I think it was $250,000. And Bubbly immediately turned it down. I made a video on this. You can go to my TikTok or go to my Instagram, go check it out. And I said he made the right decision. It was the right decision to make. Would it be a decision that I made? Probably not. I'm reckless. If I was playing with one of my buddies, Jamarius, for instance, I was playing with him, I would take the deal, no problem. I would take with no hesitation. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's do it again. I'm that confident in my ability and his ability. I think we play well together, but it wouldn't be the right decision if I had taken that opportunity for $250,000. And he got a lot of heat for it. It's like, why wouldn't you do it? And it's funny that everyone who's not in his shoes, who's not competing or not in that moment, be like, oh, I would have taken it. Yeah, it's easy to say, but if you're not there, you can't make a real decision. Of course, you would say, of course, I would take it, because you're not in that situation. So here's the rub. That he got the point that this team needed to advance the next day. If he had taken the deal and they had lost that hole, both teams tie, and they would have to go to a sudden death. And if they lose, his team would be going home and miss out a chance of $250,000 or $1.7 million. If they win, then you move on, you get another $250,000 in your pocket, or just split with your partner. So the risk, in my opinion, outweighed the reward. It didn't make sense, because it went down to the last hole, basically. And, it's hard fought, and it just didn't make any sense that we had to redo it. And, what happens if you shank it into the woods? You're done. It's over with. And they were playing against, Chaz, who's he's a midget. I don't think that's the right word. Little people. Another stick golfer. Another one. He did not miss. That guy did not miss. Fairways, greens, whatever you needed, he didn't miss. And I was like, I gotta play against him again after we just beat them. We went through a grueling 9 holes against this guy, and we had to go play him again, another hole. He made the right decision. He got a lot of flack for it, but good on him for sticking by his guns and sticking to his morals. I mentioned that moment because I got to get back to him again, because I'm going to get to the last day. Cheating Gate, or cheating scandal, by mainly characters Mo from Good and Paige Spiranac. Paige Spiranac, Mo, and Frankie played against Brad, Beef, and Mo, Paige Spiranac, and Frankie played against Brad, Beef, and Francis. 18 holes for the chance of $1.7 million. So I think all in all it was pretty even. I mean, obviously Brad is the best golfer probably in the whole tournament as a whole, but obviously for that last pairing, he was the best golfer. Paige is a ex pro golfer, and Francis and Beef, they play golf, and Mo was pretty good, and Francis, he's actually not that bad. So I think all in all it's pretty even. Made for great entertainment, great drama. So to start off, hole 1, Paige's team hit it to about 1.5 feet, I think, and it was match play, and Brad's team did not give him the putt, and because they were lining the putt outside of the hole, if it's inside the hole, it's a straight putt, you can tap it in, you should be able to give it to them. But since it was a putt they're lining up outside the holes, meaning it was going to break a lot from 1 foot, it's like, I'm not giving it to you. And I agree. He said, Brad said in U.S. Amateurs he wouldn't give that putt. Why give it up here? And Paige came up with the remark. It was Paige and Francis who were going back and forth, and Paige gave the remark, "Oh, it's obvious that you don't play professional golf or play tournament golf," which she's right. Francis has not played professional golf, but Brad has. And it seemed like she wasn't just directing a statement towards Francis, but Brad as well. And it's like, really, Paige? Really? And I was like, it was one that was like, oh. I was like, okay. But I came back to it because it's made for entertaining golf, and that's what the point of this invitational is for, entertainment, giving little drama. It's like, well, okay. Here we go, trash talk. I love trash talk. I'm a proponent of trash talk. All sports should trash talk in some way. And and we got to the second hole, they looked, Paige said truce, which I think that was a smart move on her because Francis is a comedian. Comedians can cut deep sometimes, and if you're not ready to go back and forth with a comedian, then you shouldn't. That's a realm you don't want to go in. Comedians and rappers is two people you don't want beef with. But it made for good content. Francis looked like he was ready to go to the basement. But another part of controversy happens with Liegate. So Francis hit a tee shot. I can't remember which hole. Don't care to go look back and see the specifics of the holes they were hitting, but hit. I think it was in the front 9, if I remember, probably 7 or 8, maybe. Hit into some thick rough, like tall grass, almost impossible lie to hit out of. It was Mo's shot to go, and from watching it live, Mo hit the shot, and it was like, whoa, incredible shot by Mo. Really clutch. He didn't hit on the green, but he was on the right side of the green, pin high, which is a great place to leave. And I was like, that was a fantastic shot. And I was like, dang, Mo can really play, because that lie was impossible to hit out, and he hit it almost clean. I was like, dude, how do you do that? How do you have the strength to do that? That was amazing. Then after a few minutes, I realized why and how he was able to hit such a great shot from that lie. Peter Finch saw the lie and saw the interaction that Mo's team had with the ball. Went to Brad about it and let him know Paige messed with the lie. She stomped down on the grass around the ball in order to give Mo a clean shot, and that's cheating. Obviously in professional golf you can't do that. Tournament golf you can't do that. If you're playing, casual golf with your buddies, and who cares? You move it around a little bit. I've done it. Everyone's done it. But if you're playing for money, especially in this realm right here, you can't do that. And it comes back to bite Paige, because she made the comment, it's obvious you don't play tournament golf, and like, Paige, you play tournament golf, if that's what you're insinuating. and you should know better. You can't do that. Francis confronted her, I think it was on 9. You know, he was like, it wasn't like, you know, you guys can't be cheating like that. You can't do this, da 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 da. It was like, well, we just been informed that you guys are improving your lie. You can't do that. Just a heads up. You know, I mean, Paige's team lost the hole, so it wasn't a big deal. You know, he was just like letting them know for future reference, you can't do that. And she said, well, I thought that was allowed. I was like, Paige, no, you should know better. You should know better to know that is not allowed. You play tournament golf, you're ex-professional, you can't improve your lie like that. And I was like, no, you can't do that. But like, no harm, no foul. They lost the hole. And then Paige breaks down crying, like, and you know, obviously, you know, a woman crying makes men uncomfortable. It's like a thing where it's like, and the part of me was like, no, don't cry. It's like, I had to bring him back, like, oh, stop. No, don't fall for that. And it was a talking point, you know, amongst people on the internet saying, like, was Paige just doing that as a manipulation tactic, or was she really distraught because she didn't want to be made out to be a cheater? Which, again, like, first of all, you lost the hole. Second of it, you know, it just wasn't a big deal. Just don't do it again. Now we're watching Paige and see how she's doing, and she looks like she's out of it. And I was like, that's not what we need right now. She's the best golfer on the team. We need you to be solid right now. We don't need you to be out your head. So, you know, again, controversy, drama, entertainment. That's what you need right there. And then there was word that Malosi or Mo was using slope, which on the first episode was established that slope was not allowed. Now, for those who don't know slope on a rangefinder, 1 second, guys. Rangefinder, Blue Tees is the one at 3max Plus. It's the one that I use. Here's the toggle on and off for the slope. And if it's red, that means the slope is on. If there's no red, that means slope is off. So slope. So the definition, I'm gonna try to be as general as I can. So obviously, golf course is not flat. There's hills and undulations. You know, sometimes you're lower than the target, and sometimes you're higher than the target. You shoot the flag, and it's like, okay, I got 150 yards to the flag. But since the flag is elevated, with slope it's an extra 3 yards. So it gives you more accuracy. Like, oh, okay, if I'm now knowing the 3 yards, I can attack the flag in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you an advantage to have slope. Some cheaper rangefinders don't have slope. So it does give you an advantage if you have slope. So in my opinion, it's not a big deal to have slope. It's not a tournament setting because most PGA Tour events, you're not allowed to use a rangefinder at all. You are in some events you are allowed to. I think PGA Tour at Best Page Black or US Open, I can't remember which one, they were using rangefinders but had the slope off. I mean, all in all, they made it a rule, established the rule that you're not allowed to use slope. So someone got word, I think it was Fat Perez who announced it first, that Malosi has been using slope. Now, he did admit that he was using slope on the first day, and then when they established that you're not allowed to, he turned it off. For some reason, they assumed he was using slope, because I think on day 4 or 5, he had a different yardage than what I think Micah had when he shot it, and it was under the assumption that he was using slope, since he had I think a 5-yard difference, which they had the assumption that you're using slope. But for some reason on this day, they felt like he's using slope again. So they told him, someone asked him straight up, one of the guys I forgot his name, but one of the guys who got eliminated on the second day asked him straight up, "Hey, Malosi, are you using slope?" He said, "No, I'm not using slope." The evidence that makes him looks incriminating is that when he was made aware that someone assumed that you're using slope, he goes back to the cart. He grabs his rangefinder, which was magnetically put on his cart, took a look at it, and then put it down. Now, like I said, you have to switch it on and off like this in order to turn the slope on and off. They looked through that video and it just looked like he was messing with it. So it didn't look good. You know, after hole 10 or 11, Dave went up to him and said, asked him straight up, "Did you have slope?" And he mostly took his hat off, said, "Hand to God, he's not using slope." They had to ask him because it looked bad, but like in football, it wasn't enough evidence to overturn a ruling. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough evidence to see like, oh, he's using slope definitively, or he turned it on definitively. Well, I took a look at it. To me, it didn't look like he turned it on or off. It just looked like he looked at it to make sure that it was off, and then he confirmed it and then put it down. It just didn't look good. Now, guys, I said before I was going to bring Bubby back up. Now, if you guys don't know, Bubby and Malosi are both part of Good Good, a very popular YouTube golf channel who had millions of subscribers, or one of the kings of YouTube golf. He was the one who was adamant about, I guess, outing Mo, like he was his enemy, like.
The only thing, he fucking just grabbed it right when he got to the cart.
And changed it?
I was watching everybody go back to their carts. I was hoping he didn't. First thing he grabbed was his fucking rangefinder.
He had it on?
I don't know what he did, but first thing is before he got in the cart, he grabbed it and moved it over there. I'm just being an honest guy. I'm not against him. He's on my fucking team.
I respect that.
I guess you can check the fucking cart cam.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what we have to do.
And it was like, he went up to Dave. He was like the fourth runner to get up to Dave and like, we got to make sure he's not cheating. He's not cheating. Like, I understand the integrity of the game is important, but isn't that your guy? Wouldn't you first want to go up to him, be like, "Mo, are you cheating or not? We need to know, you need to make sure you're honest. If you are being honest, I'm going to fight for you because you're my guy. You're my partner. We're on the same team. But if you are cheating, you have to be honest, and you gotta keep the integrity of the game." But it was like, no, I'm gonna go to Dave. It's almost like I'm gonna be a snitch. I was like, Bubby, what are you doing? And in that moment, I was like, Malosi might need to leave Good because no one was on his side, and I felt like at that moment, if he was telling the truth, someone needed to be there to fight for him, and he was just left alone. I mean, Paige was, she was out of it at the time, and Frankie didn't know what to do. He was just in the middle of it. He was just trying to win $1 million. And it just, for me, it wasn't a good look on Bubby's part, the way he acted. And I was like, I felt like if you felt like there was anything that was hurting the integrity of the game, go talk to Mo about it. And then if you find out that he was affecting the integrity, you tell Mo, you be a man, own up to it, and take the penalty, take whatever penalty goes with it. Like I said, in my opinion, I don't think he messed with the slope. I don't think he was using slope. I think he was being honest. And I think it was good on Dave's part to, ask him straight up, be honest. I mean, if you weren't using slope, if you tell me you weren't using slope, we move on, we forget about it, and we get on with the tournament. That's what they did. I commend him for that, and I think he showed great leadership in that. So, shout out to Dave. And then it came out to the last hole. I think Paige's team needed to win that last hole in 18 in order to go to a playoff, and it came down to a chip shot from Frankie. That was a short-sighted. I think it was a pin on the front. Very difficult shot to make to get it close. I think there was in the grain too. Decided to go with the chip shot, and
Oh my God. Sit.
he skulls it. In my opinion, I don't think that was the correct shot he went for, because it was such a difficult shot in such a pressurized moment. For me, I would have gotten with like a 4-iron or a low lofted club and do a bump and run just to get it close, just to get down the green and give ourselves a chance for a putt. Because I think Frankie did what 95% of people who play golf would have done and skull it. I mean, it's pressurized. If you're not a tour player or a scratch golfer, then it's a very difficult shot with the lofted club to pull off, to get it close. And unfortunately, he skulls it and went into the water. They had to take a drop shot, and that just ended the tournament right there. Guys, that is my long analysis. I don't know how long this video is going to be when I edit, but I'm glad I finally got this video out. I've been talking about it, thinking about this, getting this out for a long time. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video on YouTube. Things have been going in life, and you have to go with the punches. But I'm glad that I've got this video out. Like I said in the beginning, this was a great event. It was very entertaining. I loved it from beginning to end. I thought when Luke Kwan subbed his tee time, I thought that was going to be the talking point throughout the entire tournament. And Dave was like, I forgot what day. I think it was on the 4th day. Like, what's going to happen? No one's going to be talking about the sleep gate. And I was like, he was full of it, but he proved me wrong. It was amazing from each day. I think each day brought out its own drama, and it's going to be tough to top from anybody who's in the golf creating space, who's big and who's small. I mean, I'm small right now, and I got to work my way up to such a fantastic event, and I just can't wait for the next year. I can't wait till next year to see what he brings to the table. Hopefully I can grow big enough to be even considered to be an event like that. That would be awesome. But nonetheless, at this point, I'm okay with watching it. So that's my analysis, guys. Tell me what you thought about it. If you guys watched it, give me your thoughts about this video. Guys, it feels good to be back. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment your thoughts, hit that like and hype if you can. And guys, I'm out. Peace.